Have you seen that they're making a To Catch a Predator movie?
Seriously? To Catch a Predator movie?
Yeah, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has to stop an alien predator from having sex with minors.
Oh, that's very funny.
In all seriousness, they are making it To Catch a Predator movie.
Is Chris Henson playing the lead role?
He's not playing himself. They've got an actor to play him.
So for the audience here who might be a little bit too young, To Catch a Predator was like good TV decades ago.
Yeah, and then they caught all the predators.
Right, they just caught them all. That's how the show ended. They were trying to just get more predators in the US, and they were like, oh, we got them all. Like, there is no sexual abuse anymore. There is no, there are no pedophiles anymore in America. Oh, that's great. And then, like, Epstein thing came out, and they were like, oh, I guess we missed a couple. Right? Yeah, you missed a couple. They were all on an island.
I didn't see Epstein on Chris Hansen's show there.
Oh my God. He was going to be in the last episode, but I think they got canceled just before. And they're like, what is this Epstein guy? Oh man, this guy's going to be great. It's like, sorry guys, we got canceled. Oh, what happened? Somebody named Epstein bought the show. And you're like, oh, that's a little suspicious. I wonder if it's the same guy. It's like, it is. And we're going to be canceled and you won't talk about this anymore.
He was going to be our big finale guest, like Paul McCartney on Stephen Colbert.
Right. That's a good analogy.
Epstein was the Paul McCartney of PDF files.
He kind of was. He did it like bigger and better than anybody else. I mean, that's terrible to say, but it's also sort of true.
You're evaluating him as though he were an artist.
I mean, he's not. Like, it would have been cool if he was alive and then we could get more information from stuff. But, you know, if you're a conspiracy theorist, there's some thoughts about why, you know, how it. Anyways, this is getting into a dark topic. We should talk about like birthdays or something now. People don't like the R word. I can't say the R word because I know it offends people. No worries. I'm going to say regarded now. Now everything will be solved because I changed the word. Now I can just say, oh, look at these fucking regards everywhere. Man, sometimes I think I'm so regarded. It's like the word shoot or fudge. Like you can say fudge. It's no problem. You're like, what the fudge are you doing? Oh, man, you fudged it all up. Look at all the chocolate everywhere and all the fudge. Fudge you, man. You know what? When I get home, I'm going to fudge your wife with fudge. And then it's like, I know what you're saying, but I can't be angry because you didn't really swear. And it's appropriate for the workplace. It's totally fine. Can't fire me. I like replay the video footage. Like I use the word fudge. You can hear that GE. So therefore, I am absolved of all fudge-related crimes.
Fudge-related crimes. Okay, back to Epstein.
Back to Epstein.
Speaking of PDF files, have you and Dharma seen the Michael Jackson movie?
No, I heard it doesn't even touch the pedophile thing. Like it ends with like the kid is like, I have a secret. It's like, what? And then like the credits. Oh, I guess Michael was great. The secret was he's great.
That is the conclusion that people are walking away with.
Yeah. He was wonderful. I mean, maybe he was fine. I would love to believe that he was fine. And the kid thing was just because he never grew up, apparently, like with a normal childhood. So he like thirsted for this, you know, moment to hang out with his young friends. So he's like, oh, well, I missed out on the sleepovers and like dancing around with our pants off and things like that. Like I missed all those things, you know, as a kid. I'm like, those things don't happen when you're a kid. Like I never had a sleepover where we danced with our pants off, just so you know. Like that's not it's not a thing.
That's one of the many reasons I can't accept his side of the story. Kids are very boring. I don't know why as an adult you would want to hang around them.
No, they have nothing interesting to say. They haven't grown up enough to really know. Like, they're like, oh, today I went and I took my shopping cart and then I did poopy in pants.
Why don't you come over to my house later tonight for a sleepover and you can tell me more about that?
Right.
The math doesn't math, as they say.
I mean, once again, this is a dark topic. We're going into the terrible things of society. And all it started with was, did you see the new Michael Jackson movie? I'm like, what, the rape thing? Why can't you just enjoy the art for what it is? Why do you always have to bring up all the... I was even thinking about Bill Cosby today. Like, that guy delighted people for generations. And I don't think he, like... appealed that rape thing. Like that was 100% real. Like 100 women came out and were like, this guy's been like drugging and raping women for years. Like imagine if Bill Cosby never did that. And then we could just all grow up with the memory of a wonderful comedian who did a lot for Black people and comedy in general, like revolutionized comedy. And that was it. And he was great. And you're like, are you sure he didn't try to touch like any woman when he was like inappropriately during that time?
I think the most generous opinion you can have of him is that he was better than most PDF files who weren't great comedians or
Yes, yeah, now he's in that class, right? It's too bad that he was like up here, but in that class of rapists.
he went from being one of the best regular people to being one of the best horrible PDF files.
Right, but he's still the best.
He's a big fish in any pond.
Right, in history, when we're going to rank, when you go on that website in the future, that's like best worst people in the world, he will be among the best of the worst, right up there with Weinstein. So some of the best movies ever made. For men, we have very tough lives. Just so women know, it's very difficult being a man. Like, I know there's the sexism and there's the inequality situations,
But your dick is like a divining rod that can steer you off a cliff.
it's really terrible. I'm saying this as a joke, obviously. It's a deadpan joke. It's obviously much tougher to be a woman.
Well, it's
100%.
tough in different ways. I think women don't understand how hard it is for guys to be so stupid all the time. To have a dick that makes you stupid.
Oh, yeah, we are stupid all the time.
And we can't relate to how crazy they are.
My sponsor heard some of the content about my sponsor in our podcast. My sponsor was surprised, or she was a bit surprised because she's like, oh, you're going to tell everybody about our lives? And I'm like, yeah, because it's funny. And they were like, maybe it's not a good idea. But then they saw those videos tend to trend pretty well. And then they were like, if we can live in a mansion, maybe it's okay. And I'm like, yeah, maybe it's okay, right? It's like OnlyFans. It's like, well, it's not a good thing to do at the time when you're not making money. But when you live in a mansion, it's like, it's no worries that I make videos of my penis and it's a puppet and it dances on the screen and people like it in like sexual and non-sexual ways. And then people are like, wow, how'd you get that mansion? Are you like a business owner? And you're like, I make puppet videos of my dick on OnlyFans. And this is what bought that mansion.
They have to respect that at the end of the day.
Yeah, go back to your box and shame me. No worries. Go and like live in your tiny 1-bedroom apartment while I drive my BMW to my video studio where I continue making videos of my penis as a puppet for the pleasure of the audience. That's a weird way to say it.
No, it's true that in America, certainly, as long as you're rich, it doesn't matter what you did to get there or what you do to stay there.
Like Paris Hilton. Like, nothing shameful about sucking a guy's dick on like camera and then distributing that yourself afterwards to beat the other people to distributing it because you want to at least get the money from that. Nothing shameful about that.
No, it's crazy to me that no one ever talks about Kim Kardashian that way.
Right,
People
it's
forget
like-
that that's how she launched her career, with a porno tape that her mother distributed for her.
Right. It wasn't like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So if they released that before the porn tape, people wouldn't be like, oh my God, Kim Kardashian, can't wait to see it. It's like, who the fuck is that? Oh, it's the daughter of the guy that got that murdering OJ Simpson off the hook. It's like, oh, why the fuck would I want to watch a video about her? It's like she sucked a dick online. And you're like, fuck yeah. Her ass is big. Fuck yeah. And it doesn't matter now. Now we just forget about it. And it's like, it's much more shameful for me to do porno. It's like, oh, what do? I do porno. Oh, and you live in a 1-bedroom? My God, you're a terrible person. But it's like, I do porno and I live in a mansion and I have a reality show about me doing porno. Okay, well, I could see that. I respect that. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like the same shit. It just one porno is successful and the other's not, and that's the problem. So unfair.
That's it.
Life is so unfair. Honestly, that's like one of the most unfair things about life. If you do porno and you don't make money, you don't get the respect.
That's the greatest injustice there is.
That is the biggest injustice. Also, pay no attention to the news if you're going to research what I just said, because it may be inaccurate.
There may be some other injustices somewhere in the world, but none as great.
Exactly. The greatest injustice is doing porno and being poor and judged for it. Whereas if you made money doing the porno, you would be rich. Now I can relax.
You got that off your chest?
There was like a story, I think, about Dave Chappelle, and he did the Chappelle show, and it had a lot of black humor, and he really mainstreamed that. There's a story about he was doing the Chappelle show, and it's filmed in front of a live audience, and he saw people laughing at the jokes, and he saw like a white guy or a couple white guys laughing at this racist joke.
But for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it was like what they were laughing at and the way that they were laughing. He's like, oh, this is not good. I made a mistake. And then he just shut it down. and went to Africa.
Do you see a similar trajectory for us? You're going to shut the podcast down. You're going to flee to Africa. You're going to convert to Islam.
100%. Like, I don't want to be the person responsible for this next generation of brain rot. That's why I wish this could be a funny, like an insightful podcast about math with jokes, like a STEM podcast with jokes, laugh battles where we try to make each other laugh with math equations or something.
Calculus and alcohol do not mix. Never drink and derive. Yeah, see, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Well, maybe it works. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll put it out there and yeah, it'll break the internet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You put it out there and they're like, wow, this is better than Kim Kardashian's ass. I wish I was smarter. I wish the content on this was smarter. I listen to podcasts like Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I just wish like I knew some facts that I could throw into my comedy about terrible, depraved things that human beings do to each other. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson is like my gold standard of a man that has it all together. They tried to get him on sexual harassment or something because they had the Me Too movement. So they were just going after like everybody. So I think there was like a small rumor about him sexually assaulting women. And I think he had some sort of evidence to show, or they weren't able to prove it.
I think it would be a weird experience being sexually harassed by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I mean, he would probably be referring to parts of your anatomy that you don't even know exist.
Right. And if you're talking about the physics of how it all works and the biology and, how it relates to astrophysics, and then you'd be like, I was raped, but I also learned a lot. Like, it's a little weird. It's hard to.
I've been seeing these commercials for this audiobook service, and the commercials start off with a lady approaching another lady in a library who's trying to read a book. And the lady says, "Oh, you're doing that wrong." And the lady puts down her book and says, "What do you mean?" And then the first lady says, "Here, just take your phone, scan the picture of the book title, and AI will read the book to you so you don't have to use your brain." A real company offers that as a service to people. And it's just good, like, yeah. It's so funny to me that's the pitch to the woman reading the book, is that she's doing it wrong. Like, don't use your brain.
Right, it's great. Now she can listen to the audiobook while she eats like footlong Subway after footlong Subway sandwich, like continuously, and then gains weight. And then if she needs medical advice, she can listen to it from an audiobook. As where it's like, don't eat those subs. Like, those subs are not good for you. They say they're good for you, but it's all bread. And you're like, well, what am I going to do with my hands when I listen to a book? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Keep eating the subs. Yeah. That's crazy. You're doing it wrong. Like, to read the book. That commercial is the beginning of the downfall of humanity. Like, when we go back into the record books, when like the good part of our society is living on Mars and all the debauchery and fire is happening on planet Earth, and in history school on Mars, history school, they'll call it. They're like, I gotta go to history school now. Each subject will be its own school.
Things are somehow less efficient in the future on Mars.
And then they'll be like, this is the commercial. You're doing it wrong by reading with your eyes and using your brain.
That was the tipping point moment for humanity.
Like, you see that fiery ball in the sky that used to be Earth? Like, that was the commercial that caused that. All that fire and sadness and the smoke coming from it, that was the commercial that started that, just so you know.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, he makes this chocolate bar called a Feastable, and it like changes your DNA or something like that. So like, I suggest not eating it.
It changes your DNA in a way. Okay.
Like, it just makes you want to watch his videos more. That's a great idea. I wish we could release a chocolate bar that would make this show get more viewers somehow. Like, people eat it and they're like, I need more. And I'm like, hey, we're getting an audience. And you're like, yeah, but they're growing a bunch of like extra arms and stuff. Like, are you okay with that? And I'm like, kind of. They're like, they're banging on the door and trying to break into the house. And I'm like, was it worth it? It was worth it. As we're like boarding up the windows. He's got my arm. That's okay. That's good. He's got 2 arms to surf the internet with now.
More arms, more clicks.
That's great. That's plan C. And then it leads to like a zombie apocalypse. But then we release another product that creates another subsect of those people with multiple arms that are like for our defense. And then it's like, aren't you kind of sad that you destroyed the world just to get like a couple more clicks? And I will say a little bit. Yeah.
But there are greater injustices in life.
There's greater injustices in
Like
life.
doing pornography and getting no respect.
The biggest injustice of all. Can't dispute that.
Instant vegetable.
Just like and subscribe. My God.